Hello, my name is Mark Ewan, and welcome to the Paleobiology database. Today I'm going to show you how to enter new taxa and new taxonomic opinions into the Paleobiology database. If you watched the first video on adding a new reference, I'm going to use the same paper, which is Blake 2014. So first thing I'm going to do is find the systematic paleontology section of the paper where the taxonomic names are located. So I'll scroll down. Here's some taxonomic names. So it looks like we have some previously named species and taxa here. So here's a species, Phragmactis grayi from Spencer, 1940. So I often start at the lowest level of taxonomy and then sort of work my way up. So let's start with this species name and see what we can do with it. So the first thing to do is click on Add Edit a Taxonomic Name, and here I'll type the species name. Now, it looks like it's already in there. It's been entered previously, so I can look over this data entry screen and see if there's anything that I can add to it. It looks like it's been filled in very well. And I could flick some of these switches, but I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. So I can either just back up to the main menu or hit Submit. Either way has the same effect since I didn't change anything. Now, I do want to continue with this species to enter this paper's opinion about it. So in this paper, Blake 2014, Blake is saying that this species is in this genus. So I want to add that opinion. So I'll click on here, Add Edit Opinion about, here we go, Add an Opinion about Phragmactis grayi. That's what I want to do. So I click, and here's a form to enter an opinion. So first check to make sure you're still on the right paper. If you're working with multiple papers, you want to make sure you're entering it from the correct paper. In this case, I just have one. And I will say it's on page 1164. The opinion could be in a figure, but it's not. It's in text form, so I'll just put the page here and skip that. Basis of opinion, we'll say it's with evidence. And it belongs to the genus Phragmactis. It's already filled in. It presumes you're going to agree with this opinion. If you don't, and you're putting a different genus, you could type a different genus there. He does give a diagnosis, and it's not the original diagnosis, so it's either repeated or emended. He doesn't say, but he also doesn't say he's repeating it, so I'm going to assume it's emended. And if you like, which I highly recommend, you can actually enter the full diagnosis. So click on that, and a little text window pops up, and I will grab the text from the diagnosis here and paste it in. That way, other people who are looking at the database don't have to go look up the paper. They can look at the diagnosis right here. You can also put some comments in if you want for some reason. And down here, you enter the full name and rank of the taxon in question. If you were switching it to a new genus, you'd replace the genus name. And if you did move it from the original genus, you would have to pull something down here. Now, right here it says original spelling and rank, because we are using the original spelling and rank as determined by Spencer 1940. But if you moved it, you'd want to choose recombination if it went into a different genus, or if it was a misspelling or a correction. So be aware, if you're not using the original spelling and rank, you will need to change it here to one of those other things, but we're fine. So I will hit Submit. And now I'm going to show you the effect that this just had. We're going to say edit another opinion about Phragmactis grayi, and what you'll see is that the opinion I just entered shows up in the list of the many opinions about it. The first one being the original description from Spencer, several other opinions in temporal order, and the most recent one is the one I just entered from Blake 2014. And notice that it is in bold, which means it's the opinion that's being used by the database for this species. Okay, so let's go back now. Since we entered a species, let's go back to the main menu and add a taxonomic opinion about the genus. So we have to tell the database where Blake thinks this genus goes. So we'll put that in, Phragmactis. And notice there are several opinions already in there. We're going to create a new one for this paper. Again, it's on the same page, stated with evidence, and where does it belong? It goes in the family Phragmactinidae. Is there a diagnosis for the genus? Let's go look. As for the species. So, I could enter it again, since it's the same. You don't have to do that, but you might as well. And here again, the spelling is the same as the original, so we're good to go here. Hit submit. So notice I'm working my way up the taxonomic tree. I can go straight from this screen, add, edit opinion about another taxon. Will do. Now we're going to do the family. Phragmactinidae. Now this one may seem a little odd because it says class and order Incerticetus. So what do I do with it? How do I refer to that? Well, the next taxon higher it's in is Asterozoa. So notice that that's not what these other people said, but that's okay. We're entering opinions. So this person, Blake, thinks it just goes in Asterozoa. Straight up. And notice that there's no diagnosis for the family, so I won't enter it, and I need to fix this back to none. Okay? Alright, and that's as high as it goes. So we've now entered a species and a bunch of taxonomic opinions for all of those higher taxa.